So just it's very interesting to know how this space
Piramid
is working.
Sanat, this art center, is a self-sufficient system. We make our own book signings. We publish our own books, our own catalogs. We make international exhibitions. We make shows. My studio is here. We make conferences, panel discussions in the gallery. There's sitting system. Sometimes we show movies.
But it's also you don't have to pay for coming here. For instance,
It's free.
artists, it's for free everything.
You come and you
So
follow
that
the.
you have to have the permanent adage how to survive and how to keep all this wonderful space
Yes.
for the art.
So it's a self-sufficient system, only financed by art. No state money, no nothing. Rarely some catalog sponsoring, etc. For instance, 1 out of 5, one out of 7 sponsored. Otherwise, it's all self-paid by the art we're producing. Actually, it's a dream. This is any artist's dream, right?
How many years you?
This has been existing for 17 years.
Wow. So and you started?
I started this in 2006. Before that, I had my studio 500 meters away from here, 400 meters away in the side streets. I had a studio there 15 years. That studio was very beautiful too. It was in a building of artists. But this time, this one was when I had to move out of there. We were evicted. And I was looking for a studio. Then I found this building. I said, this is not a studio, this is an art center. So I put too much weight on my shoulders. It's a lot of weight. But when I think back about it, it was worth it. You know, like I helped so many artists see the daylight, become a name, have their words out. I curated very nice group shows. I made the first show of very many young talents. We make, as I said, panel discussions, speeches, political meetings, protest meetings. This place is unlike the bank and the holding corporation art centers because they cannot be political, they cannot have nudity, whereas I'm free. There is nothing that stops here. Here we have erotic shows, politic shows, everything.
And the owner of the building, so it belongs to the state?
No,
private?
no, it's a private foundation. I rent it from them long run, and
but they are not going to support that, for instance.
No, not at all.
Very low
No,
price.
they like me, so it's a relatively affordable. They make it relatively affordable because it's art. It's still very expensive, but it's not as expensive as it was if it was a hotel,
Sure.
Yeah.
But now you have the stuff, so it seems today that many people they are working here.
Yes,
so
it's a very good team working. I work with the same team. Like my main assistant who does everything, Öykü, she's been working with me for 11 years. There are other friends who worked for 16 years, 15 years, it's the same team that works, so it makes things easier. They control the situation. And this is a little like Andy Warhol's factory. But Andy Warhol's factory, unfortunately, didn't last so long, So this is like not just an art center, it's a social center, political center. Like it's where opposition meetings also happen.
But Bedri, as you are really important and I think very interesting artist in the context of Turkey contemporary art. So are you getting some support from the government, from the state, so some kind of scholarships or I don't know?
I am the biggest criticizer of the government. The government of Erdogan and me were like this. I criticize him on live TV shows every week. I go on TV shows and I'm one of the most heavily criticizing writer and thinker in the political scene. I'm supported by nothing. Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
So it means
The Minister of Culture has nothing to do with me. He doesn't even want to see me because I'm the biggest criticizer of their government and of their system.
But as you're still alive and flourishing, we see today, so the level of democracy in Turkey, so it exists.
You see, it exists to a certain extent. You see, I choose my words. I don't, when I make heavy protest opposition talks, I don't insult anybody. I choose my words. I'm very experienced. So you can say everything without insulting nobody.
Yeah, exactly.
You can bring your criticism within the limits of democracy. You know, this is what I do all the time. But I take risks. I've been stabbed. I almost died. Look. You've seen this book?
Yes, I have seen
Look,
it.
you see, here, look.
So you was
Look,
treated.
I was stabbed. I almost died. This is 2011. I had a 5-hour operation, 2 weeks hospital. I was saved by a great doctor, you know, and it was a miracle that this guy saved me, this doctor, because he happened to be there when I was stabbed and brought to the hospital. So I take risks, you know, and it's not easy. There was another plot on me, and they wanted to put me to prison for lifetime. Islamic Gulen sect, who was infiltrated in police and judiciary, that was planning that. They had many of my other friends already in jail. They stayed there 7, 8 years. They were about to put me in with totally the same accusations and everything, invented accusations. Then they tried a coup d'etat. You know what's a coup d'etat, of course. By chance, before they could arrest me and put me in jail, they were arrested themselves. And I was saved like this. Otherwise, I could have stayed 7, 8 years or life term. I take those risks because I believe in the ideas of Kemal Atatürk, you know, the founder of modern Turkey. And they can kill us, they can stab us, they can put us in prison, but they cannot scare us. It's not possible. They killed many of my friends, many. Upstairs in the gallery, on the walls, you have the photos of my killed friends, with whom I write in the same newspaper as them, Cumhuriyet. I write in the same newspaper.
They were also artists or
what?
They were artists or
they were no political writers, journalists. Yeah, journalists. Yeah.
So thank you, Bedri. So
it's my pleasure. It's a long story. I made a shortcut.
but very impressive.
Thank you.
So,